Hey guys, what's going on? It's Carl here, back with another episode and checking out something very cool. As per usual, it happens to be another camera. This is the Nikon Coolpix B500, 2016's most interesting and best super zoom camera. Super zooms have always been a very interesting camera series. They're essentially a bit of a point and shoot slapped together with a super zoom lens. It's got a 1-inch sensor with a crazy 40 times optical zoom, and look how excited this little guy gets. These types of cameras are perfect for people that want to take a simple camera with them, set it to auto, point, shoot at their subject, and not have to worry about changing any of the settings, plus having the versatility of a lens that can zoom in like a paparazzi shooter. Not even kidding, maybe even slightly creepy how far this thing can zoom. It's essentially an equivalent of a 900mm telephoto lens, which is nuts for something this small. Naturally, those were the sample shots. Let me know what you thought of them down below in the comments. Some other features though, it has a tiltable LCD screen, so if you're shooting super down low or super up high, you can see exactly what you're shooting. It's got 2 zoom rockers, one on the left-hand side of the camera and one right by the shutter release. It's also got this nice chunky grip so you won't drop this thing and it isn't super awkward to hold on to. I'm a huge fan of that. In terms of the actual settings, you don't have any manual options on the dial wheel. You'll have to choose from either, say, Smart Portrait, Creative Mode, Sport, Backlighting, Scene, or just what mainly most people will use is just Auto. On the actual screen, you can control things like hue, vividness, and even control the brightness and exposure. And once you dig right into that menu system, it is pretty simple. Now we can change things like white balance, ISO, and autofocus mode. You just can't change that on the actual dial. Another thing to mention, this camera actually uses AA batteries, which seems to be harder and harder to find. So you'll either love or hate the versatility of batteries. You never have to worry about charging your device, and batteries are usually available probably every single place you go. Just make sure if you go on a trip to pack some extra ones and you should be ready to rock and roll. I got around 200, 300 shots before I had to swap these out. So pretty decent in terms of battery life. $300 you're getting a very solid super zoom camera that takes great pics, especially and maybe only if you have great light. Once it starts to get a bit darker, that's where things start to get a bit grainy and a bit messy. Shoots 1080p up to 30 FPS. Unfortunately, no 4K built in just yet. I know a few Nikon products have that, but we're still waiting for that to reach the Coolpix series. For a 1-inch sensor though, and the crazy reach of this 40 times optical zoom lens, if this is what you're looking for, that versatility of having that super ranged lens to shoot whatever you want to get in the distance. An extremely versatile camera for those looking for a simple point and shoot to take pretty decent photos, and you don't have to worry about spending an extra $500, an extra $1,000 on 2-3 different lenses. You can just carry around one device. You can have the versatility of a super wide shot, or you can go all the way and zoom till your heart's content. That will pretty much wrap up my review of the B500. Let me know what you think of this crazy long super zoom that doesn't cost too much money down below in the comments. And if you guys like this video, found it any of use, be sure to go crazy over on that like button as it does help me out a bunch. I will be bringing this thing with me, testing it out more in depth and keeping you guys updated on social media. So make sure you follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Insta, all of that good stuff. and I will catch the rest of you in either my next episode or vlog. Peace!